What's up, guys? Mattsbeybattles, and today we've got the finals of CBT36. Not just Battlefield. We've got the finals of CBT36. We got Akaieng Blader with Middle Face Duo Dark Helm, S130, SWD. Make sure it's tight. Against me, my beys also tight. Genbul 85 CS. So, without further ado, let's go Genbul. I want this so badly. I'm honestly really shocked this bay made it this far, but mainly because I thought that it would go down to Genbul. But I also thought it would go down to Jerry, who's in the round. And I also thought that it would get knocked out to, if it didn't face Genbul, it'd be facing Double Battle Bros, who would also be a big threat to KO it. And that never happened. It was able to avoid the attack bays. They never made it far enough. And it just straight up won on Genbul. Ooh, this is down to the wire. Oh, I hate this. So I'm taking that, but I'm now... So, I said this in the last battle. I thought I would have more, or I thought it would have more stamina than... I thought Duo Dark Helm would have more stamina than Genbul. I was wrong. So I will launch myself in first if it is a tie. If it is a 4-4 tie at the end, I will switch to launch myself in first instead of Akaieng later. There are certain safeguards that I will put in as CBT runner who's also in. So when you get something close like that, where it could be a whoever gets launched in first, then I gotta give the benefit of the doubt to the other person, not myself. Don't want to be unfair. But we'll see. Maybe it doesn't come to that. This is what I thought was going to happen last match with Genbul SP230 Metal Ball. But instead, it's happening here. 2-0. Trying to get as good of a launch in for Duo as well as I can. This is as I get fired up, I start launching harder. Not that I'm not launching hard before, but it definitely starts to hit a little bit, you know. So speaking of awesome things, I recorded this Saturday. Was it like the 14th or something? 13th? I just watched the Mariners beat the Tigers last night. I stayed 5 hours, 15 innings, and I was so excited, as excited as you could be at 1 a.m. for the game. That's the excitement building, as you know, like I pull up 2-0 because I'm like, oh man, you know, it's not over yet, but odds are in favor a little bit. Okay. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That was a pretty good launch. Right into the middle for Genbul. Or not Genbul, for Dark Helm. He probably wants that on SWD. So, how I did the brackets this time, I didn't look at them at all. I randomized, I did so. The rule is, when it's 24 bladers, I typically make sure that me and Double Battle Bros are a 9 through 24, no matter what. And Ethan has requested this too. So, through that, I'll re-randomize it and just take the first one that accepts that. So if I randomize and I see me or Double Battle Bros in the top 8, I instantly reset. 32 and 16, I just record whatever it is. This time I recorded, I didn't really look at the brackets, I just kind of looked to the side of the brackets so I wouldn't pay attention to anything, because it's like, I want to put these bays together over here next, you know, or I want to have the base here, and I want to look and grab the match and be like, oh, you know, as I put them together. So I did not look at those matchups at all. Obviously, I learned very quickly that I got a very favorable matchup with a bay that I thought out-stamina'd, and then 2 bays that I should frankly whoop because I'm Genbul, and they are not 4D. And then I looked at the next, you know, bracket, and I think it would be my expectation was Wolborg would come out of that. Wolborg or Dancing Foxfire, if I remember correctly. and my thought is I probably don't out-stamina either of them, and I might have even lost to Goldboard. But the Basalt Bull combo ended up winning, and then I out-stamina'd it, unlike those other beys did. And I think part of that is because of my tip. I didn't get destabilized, and I didn't have as much recoil as like Y-Vein Killerkin has. No EDS moments. You know, Gore and Balro is a metal flat bay. It's balanced, but it's attack focused. And then you get to this match, and I really thought Duo, with how it is out-stamina everything, was just gonna out-stamina everything. But now we get to this one, and even getting launched in first. Yes! Let's go! Genville's gonna take it! I always believed in this combo. I always believed in it. I stuck with it. Because it done me well, and I was like, I'm gonna stick with it. There's no reason to change. No reason to fix what's not broken. This combo is made because it's a small bay. It can beat out the big Gyarados of Jerry. Get a bit of a light launch. It can beat those out. CS has pretty good stamina, and Genville has both good defense and stamina. It's the best combination of that, I think, in 0G, in my opinion. So I was like, that's, you know, I should be impenetrable from getting KO'd. I should have, and I think lower is better against these tall bays too. And I'd almost be a bit more worried about Helio, kind of. I don't know how good Gargle is for attack, but I like Gargle. That would have scared me a little bit if I got that. But I was like, I'm weak to big, tall bays, and I'm weak to bays with a lot more stamina than me. And I really thought that this would out-stamina. Let us confirm. This is... Well, no, there's no way this was... I know it's impossible. So, if we flip this over... Yeah, so there's the... Duo part, there's the stamina. So this was 100% stamina mode. I had them, you know, for those battles in attack mode, so I have to make sure, but yeah. There's no issue there. I just, yeah. Man, I definitely got a good bracket. But I really was getting worried about SMWL Beta once I started seeing these, you know, duo outs. And I was like, oh shit. You know, I was like, I might lose this one, and then I out-staminaed. And then I was afraid of Basalt Bull after it out-staminaed, you know, these two bays, because these bays should have more stamina than me on paper. I think I might have even lost to Wolborg in the other tournament. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't face him, but I was really like crap, you know. But everything just fell in my favor. Bull ended up winning, and then I out-staminaed Bull. How do I do against this bay? I'm really curious. I was really afraid of this Genville because it's tall. It's on SP 230. I thought it's just gonna drain me. It's got MB. Unless SP 230 makes it take more damage, like I knew that I should on paper lose to this. I really was treating SP 230 as another E230. I know it's not as good, but I thought it'd be similar. I think if this is E230, this bay wins the tournament straight up. I don't think it's close. I think I'm doing better right now. Oh yeah, I'm definitely, no, it's close. Yeah, I think that was the, well, I'm happy there's no E230. I hate E230 and Dragoon. They're really good. They're obnoxious. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I got a little bit blessed in the bracket. But congrats to Akaieng Blader. I know this is Akaieng's Blader first time in the finals, so congratulations. That's a big accomplishment. I don't think In Touch has made semifinals before, and I don't think Ball has been in the semifinals either. So those are big accomplishments. I try to keep those in my spreadsheet. I don't know who's at what right now, but I try to keep those up and keep track of semifinals appearances because I think that's really big. It's really hard to get there. I mean, that's only a fourth of the tournament, you know, gets there every time, one person out of each bracket. So getting the semifinals is a really big accomplishment. But yeah, wow. I really thought I was gonna get out stamina, but just seeing what we had with these other ones, like what? Why did this beat this, but then lose to me? I don't get it. What happens if I face this bay? Am I crazy? Am I crazy, or did I just get really, like... Did I just get blessed with the bracket? Maybe my bay's just really good. I mean, that is part of it. I think I made a really nice bay. If you guys remember, again, I've had this at least, like, the last two standard CBTs, I believe. Maybe three. I'm stuck with... Okay, Genville's getting its ass ripped apart. Oh yeah, okay. I was really caught off guard. I underestimated Gimbal. That's all I think it is I straight up underestimated Gimbal. I'm just trying to wrap my head around, like, you know, how I did, because I haven't won yet with this one. I think I made finals once and I made semifinals before, right? I'm just like, I guess, I mean, everything came together, but I watched this Bay outstand with a 0G base. I'm like, crap. I watched this Bay outstand with 0G base. I'm like, crap. But then I outstand with an SMWL beta. But I guess in the end, what I did is I overestimated SP230. I thought this was going to be a lot better than it was, but it kind of just ended up taking more damage than it drained. And that allowed, you know, and I guess I overestimated Killer Ken a little bit. You know, I beat Killer Ken, so I guess I had no worries on that. But I really thought with Duo beating that Bay has more stamina than me. That Bay never had more stamina than me in the end. Wow, I'm just shocked. I'm really shocked. I was so wrong about a lot of these Bays and how they perform that I thought I might get out round 1, and then I thought I'm definitely not making past semis. And then I shouldn't beat either of those 2 Bays in the finals. But I did. Blader Spirit right there, in action. Genvil is your champion. I'm very happy. I'm not going to retire or anything, don't worry. But I feel a little bit more relief to go a little bit, maybe try some fun stuff if I want for some of these, because I finally won Standard. That's what I really wanted. I have not won a Standard tournament since before. It was like CBT somewhere between 20 and 25. It was before I came back August 20th. It was in that period where I still have the videos on the channel, but it was before like the current day. And I haven't won Standard since then, so I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. Congratulations to me, the champion. Wow. Thank you, Genvil. I'm really happy with this. This is a great Bay. This is such a great Bay. I really love it. This is going to go on my favorite Bays list for sure. It's now carried me to the championship. Maybe we'll do 0G Stadium next time. Because I almost did 0G Stadium. Maybe we'll do 0G Stadium next time. That could be fun. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. What if we did a mix where we like coin flipped or something, and that's, you know, which you could be in which stadium depending on what the coin flipped. Anyway, we'll think about that at a later date. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.